Hello, everyone. This is Denise Butchko, and I am so excited today to be here with two marketing really smart people, Christian Smedberg, who is a marketing professional in the building industries, and Lane Taylor, who is an SEO guru also working in the same industries. We've known each other from conferences and trade shows. One of the benefits of going to things like that, I've had a lot of people ask me questions about SEO, so when you can't answer it yourself, you bring in the experts. So Lane is really well versed in this topic, and Christian knows a lot about it as well. And so let's start with, in SEO terms, where should people start, Lane?
Yeah, absolutely, Denise. So when a company is looking at search engine optimization, which is what SEO stands for, the first thing that you want to do is set your goals for your company. Don't be afraid of SEO because it has this funny lingo and jargon. It's really actually something that you're probably already naturally doing some of it in order to make your company better, make your content better.
And so when you say goals, what do you mean by that? Is it a certain, do I know that I want to use certain words? Are they supposed to try to appear so many times? Is there a click or a conversion, or what does that mean?
So when you're setting goals for your company, the first thing that you want to really consider is, what do you want the search engines to help you achieve? So whenever you're advertising on, whenever Google pulls up your information, do you want Google to help you sell a product? Do you want to inform your customer about a service that you offer, tell them why you're the best of the best? So that's kind of a good place to start, is what do you really want your content to tell your audience?
And if I could chime in here for a quick second, I think that people starting out with SEO and trying to understand, how to do it should take a first step into understanding what the search engines are trying to achieve, which is giving their audience, the searcher, a result that's helpful to them. So if you start with that kind of mindset, it's going to help you, I think, take the first steps in actually optimizing your site.
So if I am thinking about first, as my goal is, I want to generate more leads for my sales team. Mm-hmm. So then I go, all right, put on my Google search engine hat. What is my function as Google? My function as Google is to, if somebody's typing in, custom home organization or built-ins or closets, I want to give the person searching good results, right?
Exactly. So that's going to deal a lot with your content. First of all, is that you want to generate keyword-rich content that really hit on those words that your searchers are looking for. And so that's really a big step in search engine optimization, probably one of the biggest that you're maybe already doing because you know your customers. Another one would be with like the meta descriptions and things on the back end of your website that maybe you need some help with from your IT team or an outside agent, but somebody that can really optimize that so that you're not only giving your user the keywords that they need, but you're also giving Google the keywords that it needs to recognize you as the leader in your field.
So how do I know what the right keywords are?
So your keywords, you're going to use words that are familiar to your customers and your clients, words that are important to them. So I recommend typically starting with your sales team or your marketing team. What are your customers asking for? If you are saying, I want to sell cabinet doors, but your customers are using some other term, they're using cupboard doors instead, they're not going to as easily find you. So you want to know the lingo that your customers are using.
Also, I think that it's very important for, let's say, non-national brands to use geographical lingo as well. So if your company services a specific region of the United States, it's important to describe that region in your content. Would you say that, Lane?
Yeah, absolutely. And especially if you're locally based, maybe you deliver a product or you service an area, you want to make sure that you hit those targeted locations. So if you service in say, Greenville, South Carolina, you want to make sure that that's somewhere in your content so your search engines know, hey, they service Greenville and this searcher's in Columbia. They're pretty close. or they can use that geographical targeting in order to reach your audience and really get a qualified audience for you.
Okay, that makes sense. And so if somebody's beginning, the suggestions that you guys are making is talk to your sales team or anybody else who's working in your organization and see what kind of words come into their head about what the customers are actually buying, what they're interested in finding, purchasing.
Yeah, definitely. I think another good resource to use as well are trade publications. So, for example, if you're in the woodworking trade and you're going through your various magazines that you're getting in the mail, look at those articles and take note of keywords that people are using to see if there's anything that you're not already thinking about, because implementing that on your website could make all the difference in who finds you, especially the readers of that publication.
Yeah, absolutely. If there are like new developments of products or services on the market and you're always on that cutting edge for using that lingo in your content, that's going to help your site. Also, there's many online tools that can generate keywords for you. But I would just say to folks in the trade to be careful with that, because a lot of those keyword generators are more a retail consumer-based type of tool. And if you're going after B2B marketing, then I would stick to more of your internal knowledge and, like what Lane was saying, looking at the publications, your sales team, those folks. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And then if you're looking to actually reach the customer, the retail, the end user, you would look more to use, what kind of, do you have a name of one of the tools? Is it just Google Analytics, Google AdWords?
Yeah, you can, I use Google Trends a lot to look at how keywords are trending in the search results that they're coming up with. Also, Google just has a general keyword generator that you can use as well. So those two tools are right on Google, and I use both of those.
Okay. Any last insights? We're going to keep these short and try to give you some insights to how you can move forward at different levels. So this is part one of, I don't know how many there will be. How much SEO do we need to learn? But any quick last tips that you would have somebody put on their action to-do list if they're trying to get started with SEO?
Yeah, whenever you're developing your keyword list and you're talking to your salespeople and your marketing team and everybody internally, and you're making this list of keywords that's super important that you want to make sure Google recognizes you for, take special attention to keyword phrases. That's going to be any phrases that are 3 words or more. Those are going to be called your long tail keywords. Okay. And long tail keywords are important because they're super specific. So if a user gets online and they type in men's shoes, you could rank like in the 50th page and never get found. But if you're using the keyword bright blue men's shoes for running, you are more likely to get found, and your user is more likely to be qualified and ready to buy whenever they come to you.
Makes sense. That's a great one. Christian, anything to add?
Yeah, I would just say on a very broad and basic level, don't be scared of SEO when you're starting out. It's a big world, but it shouldn't be all that daunting for folks. And it's not something you should ignore. It's something that you should embrace, even if you still have a lot to learn.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys.
All right. Thanks, Denise.
Thank you.